Everyone loves investing while the market is going up, but what do we do when the market stops and starts to go down? Hey everyone, and welcome to week 5 of the $40 Investor, a page where I invest $40 every single week and show you in real time how it's done. Now, I have officially invested over $200, actually right on $200 in this little investing experiment so far this year. And this week, the markets were very, very shaky. If you remember, I first started investing in Bitcoin, it was around $140,000. This week, it dropped to under 100K. And the same with the S&P 500. IVV, the ETF that I'm choosing to invest in every single week this year, has also dropped down to around $64. And I believe when I first started, it was around $68 investing. I'm going to explain to you this week why I'm still excited about it. I'm explaining the two animals that run the stock market, the bull and the bear, and why I am excited if we are heading towards a bear market. All right, let's go check it out. All right, let's check the numbers for February the 8th. As you can see here, Bitcoin has taken a proper hiding. Down around $98,500. We're down 12.72% this week. And if we pop over here to IVV, we're down around 2% for the week, sitting at just under $65. Let me change the charts to a month, as I have been doing this for a month now. As you can see, Bitcoin over the month down 26.73%. Pretty much the definition of a bear market is a drop 20%. So we could say that was in a bear market, and I'll explain that shortly. And from the start of this experiment, IVV is down 6.39%. But as I've been explaining, all about dollar cost averaging, what this means for investors and why I'm excited. Let's check out gold at the moment too. Gold, just being the safe haven it is, that's holding around 7,100 AUD. So while everything else is getting volatile, old trustworthy gold just sits there doing what it does. So what's the difference between a bull market and a bear market? Well, the simplest way for me to explain it is to just think about how the two different animals attack. A bull will charge at you with its horns up. So when any of the financial markets are moving upwards, we call that a bull market, because just like a bull, they're charging upwards. Now a bear, if that was to attack you, would swipe down with its claws. So anytime a financial market is moving down, we call that a bear market. Now, I heard some great financial reviews this week, and majority of people, or financial experts, don't forget, I'm not a financial expert. This is just my own experiment. It's not financial advice. But many of the financial experts are calling this an investor's market, and it's not a gambler's market. Now, we don't gamble with our money, we invest. So the best way to think of the financial markets is to look at it like a supermarket. If Woolworths came out tonight and said, hey, we're dropping all our prices by 25% for this week, there would be lineups around the block to go and just stock up. And you'd be buying for the future. You'd be stocking up with everything at these prices. And this is what people don't realize with the financial markets. Right now, we're heading towards a bear market, so the prices are crashing, and we should be stocking up. Investors should be grabbing as much of the product as we can at the lower prices. I'm going to show you in the charts what I mean by that. Okay. So here we are looking at the Bitcoin chart. Now, when Bitcoin hit an all-time high here of $110,000, a lot of people were wishing they'd got in earlier when it was cheaper, which makes sense. The cheaper you get in, the higher it goes. Obviously, the more money you make. The thing is, hit the all-time high and then it started dropping again. Those same people that wished they'd got in when it was cheaper didn't actually get in when it was cheaper afterwards. And a lot of them were saying, oh, I'm glad I never got into Bitcoin because look at it now falling. The thing is, they sat on their hands and did nothing, and they actually missed out on this. So even if you had purchased at an all-time high on the 7th of March at 110,000 and just held through all these dips here and then waited here, it shot up to $158,000 here. 6 months later, is that 6 months? Oh, a bit longer, 8 months later. And then the people again, oh, I wish I'd gone to Bitcoin earlier. The same people that wish they got in when it hit an all-time high here, never got in here at all. And then it hit an all-time high again, and people still running around, I wish I'd gotten earlier, I wish I'd gotten earlier. Yeah, it drops. This is what markets do, right? They drop. Still sat on their hands and didn't get in and missed out on all this. And then it hit an all-time high, October 2025. Where is it? Around here. It actually hit 190K, but that's close enough. And once again, people complaining, I wish I'd gotten in when it was cheaper. Well, right now, we're sitting at half that. Well, almost half that. And it's still not cheap enough for people to get in. And this is where people make a mistake. And investors like myself, we jump in bear markets like this and start snatching up these bargains because we believe around the corner, it's going to come straight back up and pass the previous all-time high. We don't want to be like these people down here that wish they'd got in here. And when it got lower, got scared. We don't use fear. We do. We use fear to motivate us to purchase more. All right. It's time to make this week's buys. Let's go. $20 into Bitcoin. If you've been watching me buy for the last month or the last 5 weeks, you will know that I love buying when the market is low like this. So there's $20 of Bitcoin and IVV. I always go the wrong. Here we go. 64.85. Boom. And like I explained last week, this is going to bring down my average buy price on both these assets. And that's it. Week 5 done. It's easy to be an investor when everything's green and a lot harder when everything is red. But this is why we do it. Let me know in the comments below if you're Team Bear. Are you waiting for the prices to get even lower? Or are you Team Bull and shopping while there are bargains to be had? And remember, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will see it increase. As always, God bless and have an amazing week.